Okay, people, so it's the next day, I think October 22nd, 2021. I'm feeding Amari mashed up egg with mayonnaise and wheat germ. Only he's not really that hungry. Right? I try not to give him sweet stuff all the time, you know. He likes it, but he's just being... But I'm all emotional here, people. This is for the record, okay? For the record... Here, come on. There you go. For the record, people... He's trying to grab it, right? You know, the best way to take out a family is injure family members. Or, in John's case, medically kidnap. ShaMay's case, Ciera's case, murder. You know. Amari's case, injured at birth. It wiped me out, people. Completely wiped me out. I'm sitting here feeding Amari and crying. Crying because I have to face doctors. You know. You like it, huh? See, he likes it. He's good now. He had a burp. You know. They got me on lockdown, people. I hardly do anything anymore. Can't go out. Can't do anything. And, you know, they're pushing for hip surgery, right? I go on the 1st to the hip doctor to discuss that. And his legs will be like this in a cast for God knows how long. And what if they injure him more? Do you think they're going to take any responsibility? No. They'll just say, oh, well, you already knew that there could have been complications, right? If you say no, they, you know, will come after you. If they injure you, or I should say if they injure him, they won't take absolutely any responsibility. Hey, just eat your food. Right? And they got me exactly where they want me, jumping through hoop after fucking hoop after fucking hoop. If it's not with the feeding team, it's with this doctor. If it's not with, you know, wanting him to be an Amazon, right? You know, a 6'5" man that's 350 pounds full of muscle, right? You know, like, what the fuck? Hey, I guess all those little short Chinese people and, you know, little Filipino people and all those short people, I guess, you know, right? You know, that's normal, right? Normal for them, but not normal for Amari, you know? It's just a joke, people. You don't know. It's a fucking joke. The older they get, the less people advocate for them. I've been told that children like Amari need advocates, right? Especially when they get older because they're not cute anymore. You know? But yet they hold you emotionally hostage to their... maybe if I didn't have so many bad experiences with doctors, people, so many, too many to fucking count already, I would feel different. It's like a living nightmare for me. Right? Yeah, come on. It's like torture. It's like torture. It's like these things are fucking torture. Like, whatever was doting after ShaMay, trust me, it was things, okay? Whatever that was fucking around with Uncle John was things, okay? And whatever that was turning ShaMay away time after time, dragging out labor to the last bitter fucking minute, and then finally did their little C-section, knowing that it was probably too late, and then they covered their track. Only things would do that, people. Time after time after time. You tell me how it's going to be any more different. I'd like to know. For the record. Okay? They took out a soldier by making me look after the most vulnerable after being injured by them. They didn't want me out in the community advocating for the homeless people. They didn't want me out in the community bringing in programs for kids, right? Because they would rather those kids sit around and do nothing and get addicted to drugs so they could have the next generation of Cieras, so that they can pimp them out in the fucking streets and run them through their hospitals and with their pharmacare fraud and all this other shit that they fucking do with their psychological warfare and just the whole 9 yards until they have no use for them, right? And then they fucking book them in for a fucking snuff movie. And then they capitalize on whatever they can take out of those dead bodies, assuming that they're dead when they cut them open. Because we're dealing with some really shady things here, people. I don't know how I'm going to get through any of this anymore, honest to God. It's a game with them. I can't get cataract surgery, people. I can't. Not if this doctor wants to do his hip surgery anytime soon. And even if he doesn't, how am I supposed to pick up a Mari when Mari is more than 5 pounds? But of course, he's not an Amazon. He's not as heavy as they would like him to be. Because, you know, I guess they figure they know everything because they're quote-unquote doctors. Even though they can't do a good fucking job. Right? Didn't do a good job with John. Didn't do a good job with Ciera. Didn't do a good job with Amari. Didn't do a good job with ShaMay. Didn't do a good job with me. Go take him to court, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. We know what kind of doctor you are. You're covering up the crimes that's in those fucking files. That's what's going on. Because these clinics are working with the fucking doctors in the hospitals that are taking out the organs illegally, people. That's why. They don't want me seeing Ciera's records where it says that we've got fucking a band of Punjabi men standing there watching Ciera taking a fucking shower with hard-ons after, you know, and then, you know, some other fucking healthcare worker coming in and putting bags over her head, right? As they're wrestling with her to get her out of the fucking shower. Okay. I guess that's one of those private files, right? My landlord says they want to help me. Well, if you want to fucking help me, fix the fucking porch and change the fucking lights. How about that? Other than that, there is no point. So anyway, I'm sitting here crying, feeding Amari. Because I know what's up. I've been through it too many times. They basically wiped out all the people off the street. They've got a few of them stuck up in some freaking homeless shelter where it's all under lock and key, while the rest of them are basically dead, okay? That's all by design, people. And they got me exactly where they want me. Depressed. Going blind. Overworked. And petrified. He's starting to drink more from a sippy cup. But it's not as chews his nipples. You have to watch him all the time. There you go. You ate that all up. Orange juice. You like that. Anyway, just for the record, people. So yeah, I've come to the conclusion that doctors are sadistic. Yep. I think so. I think lots of them are racist. Yeah. The ones out here anyway. Lots of racist doctors. Yeah, and they use their position to injure you or your loved ones. Yep. Like cataract surgery, for most people, with the right quote-unquote doctor, probably isn't an issue. But for someone like me, I'm just a target, people. Because the doctors are racist. The government brings in racist people. That target vulnerable families that were born in Canada so that they can make extra money on the side. Yep. Or they can be thinking that they're better, more better than the patient. Seriously, I haven't met too many good doctors lately. I really haven't, people. And the few that I'm in contact with right now because of Amari, honestly, I try to be kosher about it. But doctors are evil. They like to hurt people. That's what I've seen. Nobody can tell me anything different. It's not like it used to be. Nope. Their agendas are completely, I don't know. I had 5 kids, people, no C-section. Okay? I had no C-sections with 5 children. Right? I didn't have an epidural with Tisha, and that nurse almost killed Tisha and me because she gave me too much oxytocin to get contractions, and she didn't stop it. And by the time Tisha was born, I was half hanging off the bed, and my body was heaving because of that Chinese bitch that practically killed my baby and me. For a whole year, I could barely walk. I felt like my back was broken. And as a matter of fact, I think she did break my back. That's what I mean. No doctor. It was the nurse, quote unquote, who delivered the baby. While everybody else, all the nurses, everybody came running in and was clapping. Oh! Even though Tisha came out deep blue. And I was screaming at that stupid Chinese nurse to get my baby some air because of how blue she was. Bitch almost killed me and almost killed Tisha because she was spiteful because I wanted to leave that hospital because they were giving me attitude, and I said, I'm leaving the Surrey Memorial Hospital. I'm going to the Royal Columbian Hospital. And they convinced me to stay, and they gave me this bitchy nurse that practically killed me and my baby. And tilted my uterus. I found out years later from a good doctor who actually told me what was going on. And then, I don't know. All my girls had C-sections. Why, people? Right? Marcaine was 9 pounds. They gave me an epidural with Marcaine, but the epidural was freezing going up in here, and once it gets to this point, they have to turn it off because, it can shut down your lungs, right? So by the time that was all gone, they had me on my back, and I had 2 people on each side of my legs, holding my legs back all the way on both sides. It was terrible. As the doctor's saying, push, push. It took me an hour to push out Marcaine because he was 9 pounds, people. With both my legs like this, with 2 people hanging on to them, and they got me like this. For an hour with no epidural. It burned. Oh boy, did it ever burn. And his heartbeat was going down and it was coming up. It was going down and it was coming up. Where Amari's went down and it didn't come up, and that's when they decided to do their emergency C-section, people. But it was too late. See, I'm not dumb, because Marcaine's heartbeat was going up and down, up and down. But you see, I had a good doctor. These doctors nowadays, they're getting paid to be shady. That's the thing, right? It benefits the government to have Amari the way he is, because then they can launder that public tax dollars, right? That's what they do, okay? And then if they think they can get away with it, they book him for organ harvesting. Yeah, sooner or later. Yeah, as they make backroom deals with criminals. Yeah, in other countries. Yeah, and then they bring in more criminal doctors. Yeah, and before you know it, very few women are having natural birth, right? Because they want them all to have C-sections. Alright, I'm just saying, how is it that teeny weeny little me can have 5 babies through, the natural way, where my girls can't even have it one time? Like, it doesn't make no sense. Other than the hospitals make good money, just like they make good money hooking up dead bodies to so-called machines, when technically it's an embalming machine. Right? That's all it ever was, people. And that was only because they wanted to avoid pronouncing her dead and then having a forensic autopsy with all the cops standing around, witnessing that autopsy and watching those good organs go to waste, because the pathologist would have cut into everything, right? And that's not what they wanted. They wanted to make their blood money, their dirty money. They wanted to prop up those crooked fucking doctors and crooked fucking cops and crooked fucking paramedics and crooked fucking nurses and crooked fucking social workers. All those people that work in that fucking system that are completely crooked. And I'm supposed to feel good about going for hip surgery with Amari, or any appointment with Amari. Yeah, okay. It doesn't work like that. But they know it. That's why they do it. Like I said, they don't want people out there advocating for the homeless. They don't want people out there doing kids programs with the kids or any of that crap, right? They don't want community wellness, right? They want you to end up like Ciera, basically, with your 50,000 injections, so they can call you a fucking addict, as if they didn't have a hand in it, right? Because that's what they're doing. They're turning a whole lot of people into addicts, while these crooked doctors play into it and make mad money as the sickness rolls in through the door. That's like me going to that eye doctor. And then she wondered why I never really ever went back. Right? Putting all those eye drops in. So when I go and leave the office, I'm spitting out big green gobs of goo that glow in the dark, well, glow in the daylight. 2 of them onto the cement because of what they did to my eyes. With their freezing agent by putting a whole fucking bottle in there. Probably 2 bottles for the amount of crap that I spit out. Like, why? 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 Because I'm not your color? Am I not your ethnic? I don't wear a fucking Punjabi fucking ring around my wrist to say that I believe in your God? Like, what? Why would you treat me like that? I don't know you from fucking Adam. You're supposed to be a doctor. You're supposed to care about people. It seems like more like you're trying to take me out and the rest of my family. Now they've got it down to a fine-tooth comb, right? For the record. Oh, God.
Into believing and supporting this kind of insanity. We have this, which I've gone into recently out of Canada, the Emergency Planning Act, sections 18 and 18.1, which have been declared by the Lieutenant Governor in Council. This allows people to be put in camps. This allows people without warrant to be arrested. This allows them to price fix. This allows them to take your kids.
Yeah, are you listening to this, people?
This allows them to destroy your property. This allows them to make you.
Welcome to the new Congo.
This allows.